Well, let's get into the conversations now. Charles Fakoha, iBrandTV senior analyst, joins us on the program now. Good morning to you, Charles. Good to see you
Good
now.
morning, Frank.
Finally,
Nice
we have you in the studio.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So, what would you like to start from? There's been quite a lot of, development as regards the Naira sword policy and the impact it has, it's brought in the economy.
Yes, it's one will be talking from experience because it has impacted on virtually everybody, every sector, every facet of our economy. Everybody is affected. And the only thing one will say is to appeal for calm, because I was personally affected. It was very difficult. I couldn't get to the studio as at that last week, and even today, well, I would say it was by sheer miracle I got to this place, because I could see that even apart from the scarcity of the Naira notes, even there is a lot of apprehension. We have fewer cars on the roads, few people on the road, and of course, it's expected elections just some few days, and with this Naira scarcity, people don't have cash, so and you don't expect entering the public transportation, you are telling the conductor or the driver that you want to transfer, it's not really feasible. So that's why we are seeing fewer commuters on the road today, and being a Monday.
That's
and of
right.
course, I will still just join the Nigerians who are saying, let's be calm, let's appeal for calm, because there is nothing we can do at this point in time.
Because if you look at the Naira in circulation as at October last year, we had, before the CBN started, they announced the policy, we had about 3.3 trillion Naira in circulation. I mean, the intention of CBN was, first, we want to bring out this Naira to mop up this and to also control inflation as well. But again, it looks like there's a far departure from what was seen, what was envisaged. Mop up this old Naira and then release the new Naira. Again, the other side is that, by the time you're mopping them up, that again should impact on the inflation a little bit. But
yes, at least
it looks like it's
to bring the inflation rate down.
Yes.
But what we saw, the inflation rate was still up. Yes, it goes to show that monetary policy alone is not what
the CBN requires to address the issue of inflation.
You need to use other tools, which the fiscal is there. But you also note that the inflation we're experiencing here, is cost push. It's not a demand push inflation. That is, it is the cost of production that is making items, price of goods and services to go up. Not that people have so much money chasing fewer goods. Where is the money? Where is the cash? People can even barely meet their daily requirements.
Right.
So that is why CBN, in conjunction with other government agencies, probably the fiscal side, that is the Ministry of Finance, to see how they can balance their policy. Agreed. Yes, mopping out excess cash is one method, but at the same time, we also have to look at the fiscal aspect of the economy to see how we can actually tame inflation to a rate that is reasonable.
From 3.3 trillion Naira in circulation to 1.5 trillion Naira as of the end of January. So this is like what you're supposed to, 100%, 50% now. So over 200 million people are going for less than 50% of what was supposed to be in circulation.
Exactly.
However, the president made a broadcast yesterday, after the summit in Ethiopia, appealing for calm. Perhaps he has also reiterated the government's stand that this policy is a good one in the long term.
Yes.
But how impactful or significantly will it impact the economy in the long term is what we don't know yet. But do you think this video from the president will be able to address, the tension and the agitation and the protest across the country, I mean, it's just 6 days to the election. By Saturday, the Nigerians will head to the poll.
Nigerians will decide. Yes, in fairness to the ruling government, that's the APC government, yes, I must say kudos to the government for this singular act, you know, it shows that the president is far away, somewhere in Ethiopia or so, attending the conference. And of course, I'm sure the security report got to, even before he left, he knew there were crises. And being there, it shows that, yes, the man is still thinking about his home. He's like a father who has gone on a trip, and he knows that there are some crises in his house.
Right.
So, no, in order not to wait to come back, he decided to address Nigerians from there. Kudos for that. And this is personal to me. In fact, it was that broadcast that gave me the confidence that, yes, today Nigerians will be calm. I know they will still be you know, not too happy,
right,
but they will be calm, and we'll see less and less of this crisis. So that gave me that, you know, that effrontery to say, yes, I will hit the road today. I will not be afraid, even if I'm passing through Shodi and all that. And that's why I'm here. So for me, on a personal note, that video really calmed a lot of things and gave me the confidence to come back. Whether of course, he's the father of the nation. He has no choice than to appeal for calm. Like you have said, elections just by the way. We cannot destroy our country because we want to elect a new leader. And he has said the policy is for improvement of the economy.
Again, in that video, he says something. I mean, even though reiterating his stand and his support for the APC candidate, of course, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but he says something which, in relation with the Naira policy, how it's probably affecting, you know, his camp, the APC camp as well. I mean, if you listen to that video, I mean, so a lot of people are saying perhaps this is a direct, you know, message to the APC candidate and the party as well. Because this is the party that brought him to power.
Yes, again. I was going there.
Yeah, because, so I'm wondering, could it be a direct message to guys? You cannot buy vote this time around. Because he mentioned, like, I understand, quoting him verbatim now, I understand how he has affected, you know, our the political campaign and all of the processes and all of that. But this isn't good for the you know,
economy. Well, again, I must commend President Buhari for coming out with this, and you know, it's a little bit dicey because his party is still the polls.
Yes.
On that day, Nigerians will either vote for APC, Labour Party, PDP, NNPP, or whatever, according to their choice, you know. And for the president coming out to say, yes, for me, the policy is not targeting at anybody.
But the APC is looking at, look, guys, because RFI came out and said, look, this perhaps is the handiwork of the cabals in the presidency in Nassau. He mentioned that he has appeared in different fora. So I'm wondering, like, what exactly is going on here?
Well, I think on the personal notes, on the Senate climb, RFI should be arrested. You don't incite people. This is a government policy. Is it only APC that is campaigning with money? For God's sake, if you want to do a rally, even in my small local government in Amod of India, you need to mobilize. You need cash. You need money. You know? So to say it is directed at their own party, then for me that would be unfair.
So it's everybody.
It's for everybody.
Now let's move to the next story, which talk about you know, rising inflation, worsening poverty. That's according to the LCCI, that's Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, saying, look, the CBN policy of trying to tame inflation, it looks like it's not working, and because inflation has continued to rise, the situation it's getting worse.
Yeah, that's true. You know, as inflation continues to rise, CBN, in their own wisdom, trying to use monetary policy rates to, you know, target inflation, where I see that it's not yielding the required effects, and it's now affecting that they're increasing the MPRO. Increasing cost of fund, and it's even affecting the purchasing power of the average Nigerian, and that's why the poverty rate keeps increasing. So what the CBN will do, or the government, is, like we have said earlier, look at other tools that can be used to tame inflation. Let's increase our production, then of course make the ease of doing business conducive, and let's increase production, and then of course we'll see prices of food items, you know, coming down.
Well, fuel scarcity, well, it's still lingering. Supply gap widens that meets assurance from the government. That's what the marketers, the Independent Marketers Association, are saying, that despite the assurances from the government, last week we saw the Minister of State for Petroleum came to Lagos, you know, touring around and assured that there's going to be, you know, adequate supply. But what, according to the Marketers Association now, that the current situation on ground is direct opposite of what the minister said.
Yes, you know, this fuel crisis has been lingering for quite some time, and I'd always maintained that, and I've even advised that it's an incoming government, please, let the commander-in-chief face his job of commander-in-chief and let him chiefly command, not coming to minister petroleum resources. I have said that, and that is my opinion. Then for the Minister for State, you know, if I was in his position, I think I would be ashamed of myself. But you keep assuring, and yet, even right at this morning, there are still queues. But however, in fairness to them, we could see that more filling stations are actually dispensing and selling. And of course, the queues are gradually reducing.
Right.
But you don't expect those queues to just disappear overnight. We've been having this crisis for over how many months? So it's going to be a gradual thing. So even up till next week, we are going to still see this queue, this fuel queue. But let the government make this product available. The marketers are businessmen.
And I hope it doesn't run into election, because people have to move around. INEC, ad hoc
on election
workers
day,
will have to move
it's
around.
only me and you that can move around election day.
Yes,
the journalists, those on the essential duties. So there will be reduction in terms of people moving.
I'm even talking about INEC staff now, moving materials from one place to another.
There will be strategic reserve for them to be able to move around. Yes, we'll be able to move around. I hope you're going to be moving around too on that day of election.
Well, of course, we'll be in the studio. I mean, it's our work that we'll be here in the studio.
Your reporters will be on ground, sending the figures.
And so we are here to do that. Well, let's leave it there. Thank you so much, Charles Fakroha, iBrandTV analyst. We appreciate you for coming on the program.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, still to come after the break, we head straight to the capital market and to take a look at the performance of the equities market as at last week and of what to expect in the equities market this week. Please stay with us. This is Business Breakfast.